Hello, everybody. I am Miranda Mikhailis, and today I am going to talk about something controversial. Though I do talk about controversial topics here and there. This is Antifa trying to do some type of heckler's veto against Sargon of Akkad. And with this, I'll be linking you a video from Fox from the West because Fox from the West has the best footage. And it's the best footage and it gives you a clear grasp of what's happened because I want you to know that Sargon is completely fine. He didn't get hurt. And what happened to him is wrong. Of course, it's morally wrong. But I don't think that an argument like that is going to get through to Antifa, mainly because they are doing the right thing inside their heads. You know, morality is subjective, not objective. You know, like a few years ago, being gay was seen as morally wrong, and now nobody cares. So I don't like relying on the morality arguments because it's not going to reach out to the other side. It's not going to convince the other side of anything. Like if you are to the left and you believe that gay marriage is great, and a Christian is like, well, being gay is morally wrong, that's not going to convince you of anything. So it's kind of like I do think what Antifa did is morally wrong. I do not support them in any way. I mean, they would probably do the same thing to me. I'm a civic nationalist. I'm a constitutionalist. I'm a capitalist. So there's a good chance that Antifa would probably do the exact same thing to me. So no, I am not on their side on this. But I would say I do think that they were just there to have a heckler's veto. I think they were there just there to shout Sargon down because I do notice that there was a fight there, like a little bit of a fight, but Antifa didn't start it though. Like if you watch the video from Fox on the West, which will be in the description, and you put it on slow mode, like if you put it on like 0.5, you will see a guy with a red beanie walking away, holding his Antifa flag, and you will see a guy in a business suit yanking on the Antifa flag and then punching the Antifa guy in the face, and then you see another guy jump in. And what you also see, from what I could gather, it seems like they were trying to like redo. Remember Bernie Sanders and how they were like two black chicks, like there were two black women who hogged the stage from Bernie Sanders. I think that's what Antifa's gold were. Or remember, like when Milo Yiannopoulos, when he was in DePaul University, and there were like these two black students. They didn't hit Milo, they didn't punch Milo. At most, they threatened Milo, but they didn't hit him any. They didn't punch him any. And Milo was laughing at them the whole entire time because Milo knew he wasn't going to get hurt. So I don't think that they were there to hurt anybody. And the fights wasn't even started by them. The fights was actually like the person who threw the first punch was in a business suit. So I just think that they were just there to shut everything down. I think that their goal was to silence Sargon rather than to actually hurt Sargon. And as you can see, like if you watch the video from Fox from the West, Sargon came out of it fine. unless, like, they hurt him outside of the building, or unless they tracked him inside his home. But otherwise, Sargon is fine, and I suspect he's going to make his own video to it too. But for me, what I am doing is I'm reporting on what I see, and I am reporting on what I believe that their intentions are, because um, I wouldn't be surprised if the police gets involved, and there's a good chance that the police would want to see the video footages. So I'm not going to. I try to report things as objectively as possible. So what I believe is going to happen next is, I believe that the more and more Antifa continues to be a problem, as a heckler's veto is still wrong. What I believe is going to start happening is that I do believe that people are going to start losing freedoms for the sake of security, because Antifa, they are like a security risk. So I think that what's going to happen is that people are going to agree no more mask. Like, if you are inside a building, you are banned from wearing a mask. Unless it's like a Halloween party. But I do think that I wouldn't be surprised, like, especially in England. In England, I wouldn't be surprised if there were new laws saying you are banned from wearing a mask, point blank, period. Or you are banned, or if building after building after building saying you cannot wear a mask and come inside this building. This is up there with no shirts, no shoes, no service. How many of you remember that? No shirts, no shoes, no service. I believe that that will probably happen next, but with a mask. It's like, if you are wearing a mask, you either take that mask off, or you're going away. You are a threat. So if you wear a mask, and I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to have a stronger police presence. And I believe that that would happen in the United States too. I'm not entirely sure. It all depends if Antifa keeps being a problem. I would imagine that if people had to pick between freedom and security, they would rather be alive. Or, I don't think anybody's going to volunteer to be dead, or volunteer to be in the hospital. I don't think that the general public would feel that way. I'm pretty sure that the general public would prefer to be safe. And I think it may come to that because, I mean, it's either that, or it's like, okay, the government's going to give you what you want either way. And eventually, if Antifa keeps being a problem, I would imagine that more people are going to be a lot like, no more mask, no more mask, because they are wearing the mask because they don't want to get caught by the police. They don't want the police to track them and throw them in jail. They are wearing a mask to avoid getting arrested. So either the laws are going to change, or businesses and companies, because they suffer from Antifa too, they're just going to be a lot like, they're going to exercise the rights to refuse service. And they're like, no, no, we won't even open the doors for you if you're wearing a mask. If you're wearing a mask, just go away. Just go away. We don't want you here. You are nothing but trouble. And I mean, I wouldn't be even surprised if businesses want to buy out an area and have an area to be, I don't know, if they could get away with it, if they could get away with it for an area to be gated and owned and run by businesses, that's the way they could have a loophole against the law. Like, when it comes to laws, you could wear, a mask to protect you from the cold, but businesses might, they might just double down or whatnot because like you can see video footages of Antifa, breaking windows to stores. Stores are negatively impacted because, I mean, to break all the windows and to steal things from a store, if you're a business person, you are negatively impacted by Antifa. And you would want them to stop them to attack your business, and you want some type of business protection. So that is what I predict will happen. But feel free to leave your thoughts and your feelings in the description below, in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you disagree with me, why do you disagree with me? Let's have a conversation going. If you agree with me, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you disagree with me, I'm all about the discussion. So let me hear your thoughts as well. This has been Remy Kylis.